Warzone and Call of Duty. At this point, Call of Duty might as well just be called Warzone. Warzone Modern Warfare. Literally, that is how I feel about Warzone. Warzone has really taken over Call of Duty by storm. And there's no way you could disagree with that. Warzone is the forefront of Call of Duty. It is what prints Activision millions and millions, and matter of fact, billions of dollars. The amount of money Warzone has gotten for Call of Duty, 99% of the population will never see in their entire lives. It's pretty crazy. So there's this discussion going around on Twitter, more specifically by Mr. T-Lexify, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, saying how Call of Duty is ruined because of Warzone, or Warzone ruined Call of Duty. And I'm gonna make this video, or the reason why I want to make this video is because I 110% agree with that situation. Now, from a business standpoint, obviously that is not the case. From a business standpoint, Activision has gone richer. Activision, I mean, they're tearing it up right now in the gaming industry. So for business wise, stupid take. But if we're talking about the quality of games that have been made, and if we're mostly talking about how good the games have been, yeah, the core games of every Call of Duty since Warzone has dropped off. The quality has dropped off. You see games now, Call of Duty games, launching with like half the content. Like, for example, take a game like Black Ops Cold War. You guys know, or who remembers when that game launched with 8 maps? 8. That's it. That's unacceptable. Imagine back in 2011, 12, 13, 14, or even Black Ops 3 in 2015 launching with 8 maps. That would have been unacceptable. There would have been outrage, and yeah, people were disappointed about that, but people didn't really care because all they cared about was, oh, what's next for Warzone and Verdansk 84. So the reason why I believe, and the reason why Warzone has ruined Call of Duty, is because instead of putting the time and resources into the core things that made Call of Duty great in the first place, like the multiplayer and the zombies, instead of putting all the time and resources and money, everything, into those two modes, they're kind of brushed off to the side. They're like, whatever, play Warzone. And that's what it mostly has become. Also, with Warzone came bundles. And Call of Duty now is a bundle simulator. Literally a bundle simulator. Every time you hop in Call of Duty, you always will get an ad for a bundle, or to buy the battle pass, or you know, this and that, and buy the next game. With the trash Hulu menus, man, whoever made the Hulu menus in Call of Duty, I hope you get fired. I'm not even joking, man, because those menus are trash cans. Absolute terrible. How did Activision or anybody greenlight this? I'm telling you, Activision employees do not play test the game, or do not play the game at all. Actually, I lied. A couple of days ago, like a week ago, I've actually ran into a Activision employee playing COD. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe it. But anyways, kind of getting a little bit off topic here. Warzone did really kill COD in a way where a lot of the OG players, and the reason why I fell in love with COD was because of the super fun multiplayer and the addicting zombies. But since now that's not really, you know, like, that's not really the focal point multiplayer anymore. Most of Call of Duty now, it's all about battle royales. Think about it. Think about how much people have became COD fans because of Warzone. Like, Warzone has brought in a whole new fan base that is just so different from us old COD fans. Chances are you're watching this video, you are probably an OG. I mean, maybe some of you guys are not, but 10 times out of 10, you watching this, you're an OG, like myself. I've been playing COD forever, since the womb days, okay? I've been playing COD since, I don't know, man, forever. And we grew up in just different eras in Call of Duty. You know, like, I grew up in the multiplayer zombies era, as other players grew up in the Warzone Battle Royale era of Call of Duty, the bundles and stuff. So that's the reason why Warzone ruined Call of Duty, is because now Call of Duty isn't about the multiplayer. It isn't about the zombies. It isn't about what made the game so great and what made it popular. Instead, it's all about bundles and Battle Royale, kind of like Fortnite. You know, I'm not going to blame Fortnite for this, but I kind of am going to blame Fortnite. Fortnite, why did you have to ruin Call of Duty for me? Please, like, Fortnite, please. Like, if I want to play Battle Royale, you know, I'll go play Fortnite. But even then, I stopped playing Fortnite like a couple years ago because it's just simply not as good as it first started. Now Fortnite's mostly geared towards children. It's a children's game. But when Fortnite first came out, everybody, every like teenager, grown up, freaking grown men were playing that game. And for good reason, man. Prime Fortnite was incredible. We all love Prime Fortnite, right, guys? I mean, there's no way you could hate on Prime Fortnite, but I still do think that Fortnite did kill a lot of gaming and stuff, and having all this live service stuff. And Call of Duty without Warzone, I think about Call of Duty right now at the specific moment without Warzone. What would it even be like? I don't know. That's the thing, man. It's just, it's really crazy to sit down. That's why I sometimes sit down and think about, I'm like, man, what if Warzone never came out? Where would COD be at the moment? Because if you guys really think about it, Black Ops 4 and everything wasn't really popping that good. And MW 2019 kind of just breezed by. Like, yeah, it still sold a lot because of the Modern Warfare title. But that game was like the criticism I kind of remember from back in 2019. It was like, it was a mad game. There was people that loved it, that loved the new gameplay, the attack sprint, the sliding and everything. And there was people like myself that didn't really like it because of how campy it has become and all the trash maps in that game, man. Modern Warfare 2019 has some of the worst maps I've ever seen with my 2 eyeballs. And I'm not even kidding about that one. So with that in mind and stuff, I honestly do agree with this as an OG COD fan. I feel like most OG COD fans will agree about Call of Duty being ruined because of Warzone, because when us OGs think of COD, we think of COD for the multiplayer and zombies, but newer COD players think of COD about Warzone. Like, you ask maybe like a younger person, like maybe a 14, 13-year-old now, like, hey, what do you like? What's your favorite thing in Call of Duty, or what's your memories on Call of Duty? They're gonna say, oh, dropping into Verdansk and playing Warzone. But for us OGs, we'll be like, yeah, man, those late nights grinding Black Ops 2, getting the diamond on Black Ops 2 and playing the multiplayer, and oh, hopping into Keynote or Tone Black Ops 1, shooting the zombies, having fun. Like, that is what us OGs will talk about, the good old days. But for a lot of the younger and newer COD fans, it's about Verdansk. So I feel like it's just two different eras we grew up in, and the people that say that Warzone didn't ruin Call of Duty are the younger fan base and the fan base that came in because of Warzone, and two, content creators. Content creators are always going to love Warzone. Well, Warzone content creators and multiplayer. Well, not necessarily multiplayer, but more Warzone content creators are always going to ride with Warzone because it kind of made their careers, man. Think about how much people have became COD fans because of Warzone. FaZe Swag, Tim the Tatman, Nick Mercs kind of have been popping, but man, the numbers they were pulling was incredible. I used to watch not Nick Mercs, but Tim the Tatman every morning back in 2020 when I had to freaking do school online. Like, he was that good, and as I said, just created so much career. So there's gonna be a lot of people that love Warzone, but personally for me, as an OG myself, I do think that COD has been ruined because of Warzone.